Hey there, friends. Thanks for checking in with us on ABC24 Plus. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett. I want to talk a little bit about the weather forecast for Memphis and the Mid-South, not only for the week, but also looking ahead to the weekend. A lot of folks in town for the annual St. Jude Marathon. We'll talk about that forecast here in a bit, but I also want to talk about what's going to happen before that. Of course, it's been very cold this week. Many of us saw a very cold rain on Monday. Some of us saw a little sleet mixing in, but as expected, no big deal there. There is another chance for a little bit of a wintry mix on Thursday. This kind of just developed recently, so I just want to give you an update. I'll tell you off the bat, this also does not look like a big deal. I'm less impressed with this than I was with Monday's setup, and you see how Monday turned out. So this is not going to be a big deal whatsoever, but you could see a little bit of a wintry mix for your Thursday. Let's get some more details on that and what you can expect. This has the potential to be a little bit more of a snow, rain, sleet mix, at least at first. I think a lot of us could still see mostly rain, but there could be some snow and sleet that mixes in at times. The big kicker here is that temperatures are going to be above freezing at the surface. So even though it might be cold enough up in the atmosphere that some snowflakes can make it down, they're going to melt pretty quickly. And because of that, we do not expect any impact and we do not expect any accumulation. I will say it again, no impact, no accumulation. Schools will be fine. You don't need to go to the grocery store. You will not be stuck in the house. There will be no accumulation with this setup. We're going to tab it out, though, hour by hour, just so you have an idea of what to expect and how to plan your Thursday. This is Thursday morning at 5 a.m. There actually could be a few rain showers, very light sprinkles in North Mississippi, but most of us are going to be dry Thursday morning. That carries on through lunchtime. Everybody looking dry and clear. It's still going to be cold on Thursday. Temperatures barely get up to around 40 degrees. Now, Thursday afternoon, here comes our precipitation. And with this round, it looks like the dividing line is going to kind of be the Tennessee-Mississippi state line. If you live south of that, this looks like a rain setup, even in Lee and Phillips County, Arkansas. Now, into West Tennessee and Northeast Arkansas, that's where we could see a little bit of a wintry mix. And I think the best chance to see that is going to be right off the bat, right when precipitation starts Thursday afternoon by 2 or 3 p.m. I think it could start as some snow or some sleet in Northeast Arkansas, even into Memphis by 3 o'clock Thursday, maybe some snow mixing in. Again, notice your temperature, though, 39 degrees. So anything that does fall, it's going to look pretty. It would melt very quickly. And I think, again, the best chance for that is going to be right as it's starting. And then I think for most of us, it quickly goes to just plain rain. Look what happens at 4 p.m., an hour later. It's all rain in Memphis, temperature 38. Still a little bit of that mix in Northeast Arkansas, Northwest Tennessee. Maybe by 4 o'clock, Covington seeing some snowflakes, Blytheville the same thing. But as we go further into the evening, the upper level atmosphere becomes a lot less conducive for snow. So it's going to quickly turn to all rain. Even if you do see some snow, it won't happen everywhere. Some of us will just see rain. Some of us might not even see rain. But if you do see some snowflakes Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, I would expect it to pretty quickly become all rain. You see that happening by 6 p.m. Everybody's above freezing. Maybe still some flakes up near Dyersburg, Blytheville, but it's still above freezing there. And then this starts to wrap up by 9 or 10 p.m. Thursday and gets on out of here by Friday morning. Now, for most of us, temperatures actually stay above freezing all through Thursday and Thursday night. So Friday morning at 7 a.m., 34 in Memphis, above freezing in North Mississippi. So even if we do see a little snow, maybe it melts, there's some puddles on the roadways, we're not going to have a black ice issue where things are freezing because it's just too warm, especially the ground is going to be too warm, especially if we get a little sunshine at some point. Notice, though, off to the north, Truman, Dyersburg, Covington, Blytheville, they could dip to 31, 32 Friday morning. So much like we saw Tuesday morning, where most roads were fine. There were a couple of slick spots on the bridges up toward Blytheville, up toward Dyersburg. Wasn't enough to affect school. Most traffic was fine. But Friday morning, just because the roads will be wet, again, if you see some snow, it'll melt. Then we'll see some rain, so roads will be wet. Maybe we get to freezing for just a little bit. I can't rule out a slick spot or two, but in general, Roads are just fine. Again, I do not expect any accumulation or impact. It's a very small window for a chance of a wintry mix, and then it will quickly go to just mainly rain. And again, this is all Memphis and north. So West Tennessee, Northeast Arkansas, that's where we could see a wintry mix Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Again, very small window for some snow or sleet to mix in. And then I think for most of us, it just goes to plain rain. North Mississippi, it looks like all rain. Don't expect any mix there. Snow totals, 0. No accumulation, no impact expected. Again, the only thing we might have to look out for is some of those wet puddles, maybe creating a couple of slick spots on Friday morning. But most of us are above freezing still. So that would only be an issue for up toward Dyersburg, Blytheville, maybe a couple of slick spots on the bridges. But for most of us, this is going to be another not so much a big deal. Here's a better look at that Thursday. Most of the day dry. By the afternoon, we get to 40. Rain comes in the afternoon. It could start as some snow, maybe some sleet. 3 or 4 p.m., we could see a quick round of some snow in Memphis before it quickly changes to just plain rain. Other areas might see a little bit more of that sleet continuing into the evening hours before clearing on out of here. These are your overnight lows Thursday night into Friday morning. Again, most of us above freezing, so even if there are some puddles, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll have to look at Northeast Arkansas, Northwest Tennessee. We might flirt with freezing just enough to have a slick spot or two on a bridge somewhere, but in general, impacts are just not expected. We don't have anything on the impact map because I do not think there will be an impact. The only impact might be, hey, you see a snowflake or two, you take a pretty picture, and then probably by the time you get your picture, it's going to be all rain. It's a very small window that we could see a little bit of a mix. Looking ahead, we've got a lot of folks already in town for the St. Jude Marathon this weekend. I want to get you an update on that weather. 8 a.m., mostly cloudy but dry. I don't expect rain for the marathon. It's going to be chilly, though. Runners tend to like that. 37 by 8 a.m., a light breeze out of the north. Shouldn't make the feels like temperature too much colder than the actual temperature. It is going to be cloudy and dry Saturday, high of 48, 49 on Sunday, as clouds stick around. As long as these clouds are in place, we're going to stay pretty chilly. It does look like next week, maybe we get a little closer to normal. Average highs 56. So we're going to be well below that with highs in the 40s through the weekend, maybe a little closer by next Wednesday as some sunshine starts to return. So let's talk about that 7-day forecast. Again, really the biggest deal is going to be Thursday. And even that's not really a big deal. Temperature 40 degrees. It's just cold enough up in the atmosphere, though. Maybe some snowflakes make it down to the surface before quickly melting. I do not expect accumulation because it's going to be so warm at the surface, but a few flakes could fly Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening, maybe even a little sleet. Temperatures stay above freezing in Memphis Thursday night, so I don't expect any issues on the roads. Friday looks dry, cloudy, 42, very chilly, and then a chilly weekend as well. We get to 48 with some clouds on Saturday, good marathon weather. Sunday looks okay as well, high of 49 on Sunday with some clouds. Next week, maybe some sunshine finally trying to come back Tuesday and Wednesday. That'll get our temperatures back to the 50s, and it doesn't look like any major chance of rain through the weekend or next week. So again, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, don't be surprised if you see a little snow. It won't happen everywhere, but even if you do, it would probably quickly change to all rain. Let us know if you do see something. Be sure to join the ABC24 Weather Watchers on Facebook. Just search that. You can find the group there. And of course, we'll have updates as the weather situation develops. But again, don't need any bread and milk. We'll see you back here later. For now, I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett.